Variety is the spice of life. While a muscled-up monster is always a delight to see in a WWE ring, when everyone looks like that, it loses all impact. A mishmash of physiques is always far more interesting to the viewer. With that said, let's take a moment to admire Triple H's glorious delts. And those lats. Damn. It wouldn't be too far out of the realms of reality to say many WWE superstars look out of shape. Does that even matter, given how these individuals are able to perform? I'm Ryback from WhatCulture. No, wait, that's not right. I'm Simon from WhatCulture, and this is 10 current WWE superstars who are majorly out of shape. Kinda. Number 10. Bo Dallas. Bo Dallas does not believe in abs. Not exactly the most intimidating superstar on the roster, you're more likely to feel threatened by Big E's tricep meat. He's certainly not overweight, but he does have a unique physique which kind of puts him in a category all of his own. One that I'm going to call the tub of goo category.
You worthless piece of slime!
Because why not? Give the man his due though. He can go in the ring and his look oddly suits him. The ultimate optimist, he has utter faith in his own abilities regardless what shape he's in. So Bo wins. Number 9. Bray Wyatt. Bo's very own brother, Bray Wyatt is a wonderful throwback body-wise to the greats of yesteryear. A heavy-set blob of a man, Bray proves that weight and shape can be utterly meaningless when you have the in-ring conditioning and athleticism side down. On top of that, Wyatt can do that weird spider thingy where he crawls on his hands. I can't do that. You can't do that. We break every bone in our bodies, start to cry, and then just roll around on the floor in agony like morons. Bray is a fantastic anomaly. Number 8. Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe is the antithesis of what people would describe as the traditional WWE aesthetic. Even more so when you throw his wrestling style into the mix. If you saw him walking down the street, you would not peg him as an athlete. This is what makes Joe so good, mind. Throwing every stereotype out the window, the Samoan suplex machine not only cuts an imposing figure, and he could literally eat you alive if he wanted to, and you just have to stand there waiting to be swallowed. He's incredible in the ring, moving quicker than wrestlers half his size. And he's agile, which means he's better than all of us, especially you. Number 7. Kane. When Kane first debuted in 1997 at WWE's Bad Blood pay-per-view, he was an absolute beast. Height, size, and in-ring prowess, he was everything the hype leading up to his arrival had called for. Why else would he wear an outfit that had one sleeveless arm? He wanted you to see that wonderful vascularity. As the years have passed though, The Undertaker's fake brother is not in the shape he once was. Which makes sense, obviously. He's 49 years old, but remembering the past compared to what he is now makes it all the more noticeable. Fair play to the former dentist, however, it hasn't affected his in-ring work. What else would you expect from the world's greatest director of operations? Number 6. Nia Jax. Is there any better example of why diverse physiques are so important than Nia Jax? Looking completely different to every other female on the roster, she instantly stands out when she comes to the ring. And she looks like she could kick anyone's ass. Given that the women's division has just started anew, someone like Jax would be a great addition on the main roster when the time is right. Imagine her coming in and laying waste to someone like Becky Lynch. She'd be the ultimate heel, mostly because she doesn't look like she deserves a lick of sympathy. And that is all down to the shape that she's in. Number 5. The Big Show. Poor Big Show. The man just wants to eat burgers, but WWE management has constantly disciplined the man over the years for his diet, at one point sending him back down to developmental as punishment. Not sure how that would work, mind. Just gives him more time to stick cheese in his mouth. But let's face it, does it really bother us? The man is huge. I shook his hand once and genuinely thought I was never going to get it back. Who cares if he's a bit larger around the gut and out of shape? It just makes him all the more terrifying. Number 4. Mark Henry. At first glance, Mark Henry seems out of shape, looking more like a blimp than an athlete. You wouldn't expect much from Henry in the ring or in the gym, and yet he's a world-renowned powerlifter with numerous records to his name, including a deadlift of 705 pounds. That's so impressive, I just want to applaud the man. In fact, I'm going to do it right now. Amazing work, Mark. This has always meant he's a little slower and more considered when he's in the squared circle, a fact that's increased now he's the wrong side of 40. But go look through his career and some of the matches he's been in and the bumps he's taken. He's done more than most, and he could bench any one of us. Number 3. Kevin Owens. WWE thinks Kevin Owens is out of shape. Just listen to the commentary on Monday Night Raw for proof of this, as shots are constantly taken at the former Intercontinental Champion. And yeah, he does look like he just stumbled out of a bar and is headed to the nearest KFC. But who doesn't love KFC? The difference here is that when Owens steps in the ring, it's utterly irrelevant. A master between the ropes and completely accepted by the fans, Big Kev is a welcome change to the norm. Number 2. Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho has a dad bod. If you don't know what that means, it's when you get to a certain age and your body automatically just transforms into what a dad would have. And it's true that Jericho's torso isn't as chiseled as it used to be. I imagine he'd be the first one to admit that. But not only is the man 45 years old, he's still doing most of the moves he did almost 2 decades ago. That not only defies logic, but it also makes him better than all other dads. After all, when do you ever see a father busting out a lion's soul? that would more than likely end in death. Number 1. Zizi. Did you watch the most recent series of Tough Enough? Zizi was out of shape. Resembling a potato more than a pro wrestler, it was a constant source of criticism from fellow contestants and judges alike. It did affect his performance too. Zizi was slow and often out of breath after doing nothing more than an arm drag. It did make him relatable though, a reason he now finds himself in the NXT system. He's been losing weight as well. If and when he ever makes it onto the main roster, maybe he'll be an inspirational story of how anyone can get in shape, or he'll still be a heifer. We've entered a new era in the WWE, and weirdly it's very much like an old one where numerous body types are both interesting and appealing. Don't expect the muscle-bound warriors to stop anytime soon, however, and let's face it, these ripped specimens are wonderful. Let us know of more in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. You can even get me on Twitter to talk about quads at SimonMiller316. I'm the bicep-loving Simon from WhatCulture, and I'll talk to you again soon.
WhatCulture.com are releasing a new magazine about wrestling, and it's called Wrestling. It'll have 140 pages of timeless wrestling content, including a brand new How WWE Should Have Booked written by this virulent son of a bitch. It will also have a list of the 100 best wrestling matches of all time compiled by WhatCulture staff and wrestling insiders. So the magazine is available to pre-order now. Follow the link in the description and enjoy WhatCulture.com's Wrestling.